In this edition of 2020 Daily Trail Markers, former Vice President Joe Biden is announcing a new government ethics plan. According to the campaign, the plan would seek to reduce the influence of money in politics, lower the requirement for registering as a lobbyist, and prevent senior executive branch members from being influenced by personal financial holdings. It comes after Biden announced Sunday that members of his family would not serve in foreign companies if he were elected president.
I will tell you what I'm going to do. Not what was done, what I'm going to do. No one in my family will have an office in the White House, will sit in meetings as if they're a cabinet member, will in fact have any business relationship with anyone that relates to a foreign corporation or a foreign country. Period. Period. End of story. And what I'm not going to let you all do is take the focus off the problem. No one has asserted my son did a single thing wrong. No one has asserted that I have done anything wrong except a lying president. That's the only thing. That's the focus.
Let's bring in CBS News 2020 campaign reporter Bo Erickson. He's in Westerville, Ohio. So, Bo, what are some of the details of Joe Biden's ethics plan?
Yeah, so this plan was released ahead of this next debate here, and it is almost a direct rebuke to what he sees as problems as the Trump administration. Mr. Joe Biden, throughout the campaign trail and in this plan, says the Trump administration is the most corrupt administration in history. So some aspects of that I find interesting are he's wanting to go back to, he wants to go to public financing of campaigns. This is something that he's long held since he became a senator in the 70s. He's also wanting to lower the lobbying threshold to $1,000 for individuals in Washington and throughout the country in order for them to register to be a lobbyist. That would be now at $1,000 under a Biden administration. One element of the plan also that may be countering some recent news that we've reported on is that he wants to limit or restrict super PACs and their influence altogether. There's currently this movement of wealthy Biden allies who are considering actually starting a super PAC to help Joe Biden get his message out there. Joe Biden and the campaign say they obviously have nothing to do with it and they do not support this. And here in this plan, we see that they actually want to restrict them altogether. And then just a few more aspects. He wants to require all candidates for federal office to release 10 years of tax returns. This is something regularly we hear Joe Biden on the campaign trail say as well. He said, you can see how much money I've made going back for decades. Why can we not see President Trump's tax returns?
Well, why is Biden choosing to release this plan now?
So yeah, this comes at an interesting time. It's been 23 days since those first reports of President Trump calling the Ukrainian leader and asking him to investigate Joe Biden. In the past 23 days, President Trump and his campaign have tried to smear Joe Biden, saying that he is part of a swamp and that his family plays with different rules than the rest of Americans. So now that we have this ethics plan, and this ethics plan comes after actually a statement from Joe Biden's son, Hunter Biden, that was released yesterday. And Hunter Biden said that if his father wins the presidency, he will not work on any foreign corporations or any foreign boards. Yesterday, when we caught up with Joe Biden, he reiterated and said that that was his son's decision fully, but he also supports this, and he also promised that his family will not work on foreign boards. But in response to my question, he said that they could work on foreign boards, but that his family members will choose not to. They will not be part of the White House and sit in executive meetings, maybe like some of the family members of President Trump's do.
Well, a recent CBS News Battleground Tracker poll found a partisan split over whether President Trump's assertions about Joe Biden deserve further investigation. Is there a sense, Bo, among voters that the Biden campaign is doing enough to address this controversy?
So when I speak to voters, and I've spoken with, people who wholeheartedly support Joe Biden from Rochester, New Hampshire to Los Angeles, California these past couple weeks, and almost every Democrat says they do not believe these claims from President Trump about corruption in Ukraine. But there is a portion, maybe about a fourth, for instance, 7 out of 8 individuals I spoke with in Rochester, New Hampshire, said that Joe Biden needed to have a more forceful response and attack the narrative that President Trump is hitting him on right here. We also have polling here that was released yesterday at CBS News that said while at large Democrats are satisfied with the response, there was around 1 in 4 Democrats who said they were only somewhat satisfied with the response.
Does the campaign feel that they can pass this controversy, or is it something they feel they are going to continually have to address?
No, they are trying to move on from this. They say that they want to be focused on kitchen table issues. For the past 23 days, they've even released different plans like an education after high school plan to try to change this message here. But there is some sense talking with people of the campaign that they want to try to bury this narrative. Tomorrow, we are expecting an interview with Hunter Biden at another network, and we are looking forward to what he has to see there. And then in my conversations looking towards the debate tomorrow night, I was told that they're not worried that other Democrats will bring up this issue directly to Joe Biden on stage. But if someone does, maybe someone lower tier trying to make a moment for themselves, they say that they hope that other Democrats would say, we're not playing that game here. That goes right into Trump's hands. And so they are not fully worried about that, but they're recognizing that some people may try to play a game.
All right, Bo Erickson in Ohio for us. Bo, thank you.
Thank you.